gentlemen, welcome back to the Turf Talk Podcast. I'm your host, Gabe Dowd, and joining me are my two co-hosts. Was that too much for you? You got your little stuff.
You started laughing, bro.
Yeah, well, I'm ready. I'm feeling hyped for the show. It's episode 20. You got to get energized. Dom, I know you're ready. Peyton Manning's ready.
Peyton Manning's
ready. You may not be able to see his face.
You can see something else.
But he's ready.
I know the camera's got a great view of just his crotch and his.
Hey, but best believe, it's my boy Peyton Manning.
Yes,
PM18, quarterback one. Arguably one of the greatest. I didn't say the.
He is the greatest.
One of them. They're going to come at us.
The greatest.
But, boys, it is episode 20. And for episode 20, as usual, I got my two co-hosts, Nick Walters, Big Wop, and
Yes,
Dom
sir.
Capuano joining us. We got a big episode. We got some combine winners and losers. Our NFL unsung heroes. I don't know what to expect out of that, but, we'll get to it. And, guys, we've had a theme going the last few weeks. Dom's been our game show host.
Oh, yeah.
So, Dom, why don't you tell him what you got planned for this week?
So today, last time we did Family Feud, and then we had Jeopardy, those. Today, I got some prices right for you guys. I'm going to test these two guys' knowledge on prices in financial, just money.
I've never watched that show.
I was just going to say, you know what? If you ain't sitting down at 7 o'clock for the game shows, don't worry. We got you covered here on the Turf Talk Podcast because Dom's making us learn every week. And if you don't know the rules, then you're going to lose and you're going to, like me, I've learned from experience.
I will say, I'm going to put it out there that this game show will be by far the simplest and easiest one that
we can't mess it up.
Okay.
I don't want to say the rules now because we're going to get there.
I'll explain.
You say
the
we
rules later
can't,
for
we'll
guys.
find a way.
You guys will not.
Exactly.
You'll find a way.
I'll find a way.
And you know what, Dom? You already have the floor. Let's
Okay.
keep it rolling.
I'll keep it going.
Yeah.
LA Rams and QB Matthew Stafford have reached an agreement on a restructure deal that keeps him in LA. I'm happy.
I mean, we've been seeing for weeks now that, he could potentially be going somewhere else. What do the Rams do? Where does Stafford go if not?
We all said he was going to stay in LA.
I mean, like Nick said, even if you think he's old and he's not worth the money, he just probably did the playoffs.
Yeah.
What other options do you have?
Sense.
It makes the most sense. It erases the uncertainty that there was there. So, now we can move on from that and we can figure out the next step for other teams in the offseason.
Yep. And then keeping on with the Rams, their left tackle,
Good luck.
Ulrich Jackson,
That was a pretty
have
good
also
shout-out,
agreed to a 3-year, $57 million deal with $35 million guaranteed.
It's interesting you talked about the prices right because now we're talking contracts.
Yeah.
There you go.
It's a good time for it.
It is. It's a great time. A lot of news. A lot of news coming out in the next week or two and tonight.
And I'll keep it rolling. The 49ers have traded Deebo Samuel to the Washington Commanders in exchange for a 5th-round pick in
For
this year's
pennies
draft.
and dimes.
But you have to remember they're paying him $20 million.
That is true. But if it works out, you're gambling on Debo being Debo from 2-3 years ago.
100%.
You guys
And if it
seen
works out,
all the memes
they
of
look smart.
like how much weight he's gained.
Some reports said he was like 250 pounds.
Bro,
He
it's going to
actually
be like
came out
James Harden.
today, I think, or yesterday, and made a comment about it, saying like, "Dude, I'm 225. Hop off." Like,
Yeah.
So Debo, I guess, has got a statement. It's kind of a prove it year, even if he's making his money. If you blow it up here, odds are your career's on the tail end.
Yeah.
So
Do we think Washington won this trade?
Absolutely.
for right now, yeah, hell yeah.
Low risk, high reward.
I was gonna say they have nothing to lose. Keep surrounding the team. The team went where it was without a Debo.
Yep.
So if it does work, it certainly isn't hurting them. And if it doesn't work, we saw what they could do
Another
without a
weapon
Debo.
for Jaden Daniels.
Exactly. I think it's perfect. I like the risk. I like the move.
Well, continuing on, the Saints are considering releasing veteran safety Tyrann Mathieu.
I'm not surprised. I mean, he's a cap casualty. The team's got a lot of issues to fix. And is he really an impact on the team anymore?
I think the whole
He dropped
Saints
the-
team is a cap casualty.
The pick against Bo.
Yeah, he did. Yeah.
Hallelujah. Thank you, Tyrann
I
Mathieu.
mean, honestly, since second to last year with the Chiefs, has he been much of an impact?
No.
He's a great player, don't get me wrong, but he's not the same player he was 5 years ago. So I'm not surprised that they let him go. They can replace those shoes easily. I think, yeah. So
And the next one, a little surprising, but not surprising to me.
very surprising.
The Philadelphia Eagles have released 6-time Pro Bowler and star cornerback Darius Slay.
Crazy.
I'll let you say it if you want.
He is a Bronco.
And if this happens, imagine him and PS2 on the same secondary.
I don't
With
think.
Riley Moss.
Wait, come on. You're not surprised at all? I mean, I know
Well,
they're trying to go younger, but
So
come on.
No, I am surprised. But
Okay.
the reason I'm not surprised is because he's starting to get older. But why would the Eagles
Why now? Why
release
now?
him? They just won a Super Bowl. Why would
And like
they
Nick
wanna-
said to me the other day over text, he's still been having productive seasons.
This was his best year ever.
Like, it's just an odd time, unless there's something behind the scenes we don't know yet.
Mm-hmm.
But I find this one very shocking. I, in fact, screenshotted the report the second it was on my phone in the notification center and went to the group chat.
Yeah.
Because to me, it was jaw-dropping.
Mm-hmm.
How is Darius Slay, after you just won a Super Bowl, being released from your defense?
Especially after the next piece of news.
Yeah. So, Dom, perfect segue. There we go.
Cooking.
Let's
The
get right
Eagles
to it.
have also released cornerback James Bradbury.
So now you have Cooper DeJean and I forget the other guy's name, but
it doesn't. I mean, see, this is when it starts making sense.
He's a safety. Reed Blankenship, but he's a safety.
Yeah. Exactly, that's what I'm saying. Your secondary looks wiped right now.
They had the statistically best defense in the league last year.
Yes, yeah.
Why are you replacing?
Yeah, why are you getting rid of all your starters?
Okay, James Bradbury, fine. I get it. He's not
he didn't
exactly
even play
where
last
he
year.
was 2-3 years ago. Fine, whatever. But big play Slay, that man.
You need to keep him.
Cooper DeJean's learning from that. That's a precedent set on your defense week in and week out.
It's a leader.
Yeah. I don't know. To me, the whole thing's huge, and then you add James Bradbury on top of it, and makes that move look even more dumb.
Yeah.
So I don't. I mean,
I feel like they're gearing up for a Miles Garrett type, Jonathan Allen type.
Yeah. I hope Jonathan Allen goes to the Broncos, but I wouldn't.
I doubt they'll trade him in the division, but
no, they're definitely gearing up for something. You're clearing tons of cap, and one of them is a pivotal player in your defense. So I don't know. The whole thing is. And, if you didn't notice, Nick, Dom is doing what I used to do, deep in conversation. He's got the hand deep in the pool pocket. All right.
Well, moving on. This one I saw actually myself earlier, but the Minnesota Vikings will not be franchise tagging Sam Darnold. Now, Nick.
This is a win for football fans everywhere.
So, here's the catch to it, because this came out a little bit later after that report if you didn't see it yet. They're not going to franchise tag him. He's going to be able to test the market if the deal is not done by March 10th. So if we don't have a deal by next Tuesday, Wednesday,
they're
whatever
working
day
on
is,
like a 1 year.
They're trying to work on a small guaranteed deal, another prove it year, to see if this is really what they need or what they want. Mm-hmm. And if that's not done, then we will actually see Sam Darnold test free agency, and that's where it's going to get interesting because the market's going to fly immediately. Right now, it's the low market. So
if I'm the Vikings, contrary to what Nick believes, I say why not? You just brought out a season that led you to the playoffs, even though you were first round exits.
Yeah, but I can see Nick's point. You have J.J. McCarthy. Wow, that was, yeah. You J.J. McCarthy, how long are you going to wait until it's like, okay, now you're 20? So it's the same stereotype with Bo and Jaden. They're too old. Okay, so the kid had no experience. Everyone didn't believe in him. They didn't think he was NFL ready, but we're going to wait till he's 25 to start him. It's the same thing with just having Bo Nix play 3 years more at college. Mm-hmm. So at what point do you finally just give JJ what you drafted him for and say, all right, let's see what happens? Because if you keep pushing it on,
he was good in the preseason.
Exactly, and if you keep pushing it on, we could be at a year like right now where the quarterback class is very dry. So it's a bigger move than it looks.
Yeah.
There's a lot more to it, I think, but we'll see.
Well, next up we have reports that the Patriots have made many calls during the Combine weekend to seek a trade for A.J. Brown. They're looking for a legit wide receiver.
They're not playing around if they can land this, but do they land it? Probably not.
No.
You just let go of two components of your defense. Why are you going to let go of the one thing that keeps the offense afloat when the run game's not there? Was it there all season? Yes, but we'll get
he's a backup.
Yeah, it's
a safety net, if you will.
Like those are key players you don't get rid of unless the Patriots are giving up. They're not going to give up the fourth overall pick. We know that. But if they're giving up a second and a first next year, then you might have to consider it. Mm-hmm. Because you could easily go pick up a receiver. I think you could easily go pick up a receiver in free agency or in the draft and hope to get the same results, if not similar, in terms of your team as a whole. No?
I mean, you gotta weigh chemistry reasons, I don't like that.
I don't like it either, but we saw the Tennessee Titans do it with Treylon Burks. I know that's a terrible example because look how it went. But they ideally did the same thing with A.J. Brown. So could we,
and it didn't work.
Exactly. So could we see this repeat itself? I don't know. Maybe the team... It's Howie Roseman.
Howie Roseman's
we don't know.
Too smart
Exactly.
for that.
We don't know, though. That's the thing. But, as Dom would say, time will tell.
Time will tell.
So let's get on.
Moving on. The Jets have granted Hall of Fame superstar wide receiver Allen Lazard permission to seek a trade. I expect them to get at least 4 first-round draft picks.
I couldn't believe that it was permission to seek a trade. Just cut him.
Cut him. He's worthless.
You're getting a
no
6
offense
or 7.
to Allen Lazard.
He's a scheme player. That's what he was in Green Bay, and it didn't
Aaron
work
Rodgers'
here. Safety
butt
net.
buddy.
Yes. Well, I wouldn't. Yeah, sure. We'll go with it. Came out of your mouth, not mine, so we'll go with it. Yeah, I don't know. Whatever. I mean, we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
Time will tell.
I think the odds are he gets released. Who's going to trade draft?
If nobody traded for Devontae, nobody's trading for Allen Lazard.
I was going to say, if no one's going to trade for Premier, this market this year, everyone's playing it very strategically. No one's buying high, and everyone's playing the long game. So we'll see how this goes.
Because there's so many available. You got Cooper Kupp, Devontae Adams.
That's the thing, is we went from free agency being like not a ton this year. It was really not that much. And then now you're looking at it, and everyone's just dropping everyone. So we'll see what happens next week. Next week's when it's going to get interesting.
It's going to be good.
Everyone. This one breaks my heart, Nick.
Superstar Broncos Hall of Fame quarterback Zach Wilson is expected to go into free agency, not be re-signed by the team, and draw major interest. I almost said something way different.
Admitting to that is crazy.
Hey, I've heard the Raiders are trying to get him. That would make me probably the most upset person ever.
when we traded for him, initially, I think me and you both, why the hell are you trading for Zach Wilson? He gets on the team.
We thought he was going to start.
Yeah, I know. So did I. Really did. He gets on the team, and immediately I liked him. He has potential. I think a guy like Sean is one of the only people who can get that out of him. I think he's created the hype that Zach needed to get this opportunity now.
I think he needs more than 1 year with him, though.
You know, and exactly, that's my point. And it's like, I think for Zach to have a Baker or Sam Darnold turnaround, you're going to need another season under a premier offensive learning and all that.
Get rid of Jarrett Stidham.
And that's the other thing is I don't want to pay Jarrett Stidham another $5 million to be a backup. I don't like him even when he does have to step in. He's not great. He's not efficient.
He's not even good.
At least with Zach Wilson, you're banking on the fact that maybe his youth is going to provide you with some big impact or, you know.
We've seen flashes on the Jets.
A flash. That's the word I was looking for. Exactly. So this one hurts me. I know it's just a backup, but I think the backup position is more present than it should be, than you think. So for me, Zach Wilson.
The Falcons are about to pay Kirk
to be just
hundreds of millions of dollars
just to be a good backup for Penix and teach him. Yeah, exactly. So you know, and I also just think that Bo and Zach are a perfect pair. They complement each other so well that I want that to be QB1 and QB2. Right. But you know, we'll see what happens.
Time will tell.
Yes, it will.
Bills tight end Armani Rogers tore his Achilles while training and will undergo surgery and will likely miss the whole season.
Unfortunate. Yeah, it leaves the rest of the season up in air for him. You know, that sucks. To do it in the offseason, it sucks.
I didn't get injured in a game, but the offseason.
I know this is selfish to say. Their tight end room's fine, but it sucks for the player. Like,
yeah. No, 100%.
You're preparing for the season for it all to just like that
be gone.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep. You did all that hard work just to have to restart.
But if he's like any other player in the NFL, we'll see him bounce back. Especially nowadays, they're bouncing back from Achilles injury like it's nothing.
Aaron Rodgers almost came back the same
5
year.
months and they're already walking again, and you know, so we'll see.
Aiden Hutchinson broke his whole leg and was talking about coming back.
Yeah, he's gonna play in the Super Bowl.
Yeah. Hey, respect.
Crazy.
Respect.
Sticking with tight ends, the Raiders are actively trying to trade Michael Mayer, because they have Brock Bowers. So
I don't hate this. He's a good guy.
He could develop.
I was gonna say he could turn into like any of the tight ends on the Packers right now.
This is like the
Tucker
Kraft.
Yeah, literally.
The Patriots scenario with
ooh, that's a good fit.
Yeah, it's
Hunter
like
Henry's aging. Maybe go buy low on a Michael Mayer for the team. I almost said Myers.
Michael Myers, the Shrek one or the
not the killer one, the horror theme. But no, it's definitely interesting to me. You know, I mean, I get it. You have Brock Bowers, so you don't necessarily need that, especially if you're going to require to pay him soon. It's an intriguing thing though, because you know Denver. I don't think they'll trade in division, but you know Denver's in the market. You can buy low on this. I wouldn't hate that move.
Yeah.
Who else are you going to sign? If
who's going to mentor him? Adam Troutman.
You got to come in with the. I think we're wiping the tight end room. To be honest with you,
we need to.
We need to. There's no.
We already cut Greg Dulcich.
I like Lucas Kroll, but even then, it's like you can't hang on to things just because you like who they are. You got to get the ball rolling now. We're at this.
If you're not producing, I don't want you.
Exactly.
No offense.
That's why I'm surprised Noah Fant's still on the team, because yes, he's a great. I'm not trying to shoot on the Seahawks. I'm just saying Noah Fant hasn't been what he was when we drafted him. Can you like? I don't think he's lived up to the hype that he was supposed to be.
That 75-yard tutty against the Browns.
He was supposed to be the next big receiving tight end.
But by no means has he been bad.
No, not bad at all.
He's been starter level, but
I'm
not
surprised
like
that they haven't
top
tried
tier.
to add to that position. You
Exactly.
know? Because he's more. I feel like he's more of a blocker for you guys, no?
Yeah, he is. We don't really incorporate much tight end
which is surprising because he didn't block much in Denver.
Yeah, ever since Greg Olsen really left the Seahawks, we haven't seen much of a role from tight ends. And,
yeah.
And I mean,
you guys were known for tight ends under Pete Carroll.
See, that's the thing.
Jacob Hollister, Jimmy Graham.
But the reason we can't really build on it is because we don't have. Oh, I love when Jimmy Graham was on the Seahawks. Loved him.
Everyone loved when they had Jimmy Graham.
But we have so many other areas that we need to address that we don't really have. We have these amazing.
That's what I'm saying. I understand the
mindset
that he's enough for now.
Yeah.
There's no incentive.
We have to settle for
exactly. There's no sense in
especially with where the Seahawks are going with money, especially for this upcoming year.
It's just big for a lot of teams and clubs. So we'll see what happens.
Moving on, the Bengals are trying to trade defensive lineman Sam Hubbard, who I think he tore his bicep, right?
Yeah, he did, yeah.
I
think it was
you need so much help on the defense, dude.
It was you that I think told me a week ago, why are you getting rid of pieces? And it's the offensive line, too, which we'll get
Alex Kappa, right?
But it's, so you can just say right there, they released Alex Kappa. But it's like you're getting rid of pieces where they need improvement. Yeah. But you're getting rid of the pieces that were the one consistent component.
Listen, you guys thought of the Bengals defense. Who did you think of?
Trey Hendrickson.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Where is he? What position does he play?
Requesting a trade.
Like
D-line?
Like DN, D-line. He moves around,
D-line. The only good thing that the Bengals had going for them on the defensive side of the ball was
Sam Hubbard was good
because of Sam Hubbard and Trey Hendrickson coming from both sides.
Terrific together.
They were. They
let DJ Reader go.
No, Sheldon Rankins, I thought.
No, but like last year they let him go.
Yeah, so your entire interior was gone. You still have your main edge pieces, but now you're getting rid of half of it.
They just cut Sheldon Rankins.
You can't really expect Trey Henderson to do this all alone. You already saw him how he did it this year.
He already wants out.
Yeah, he already requested the trade.
T. Higgins wants out if they didn't tag him.
He's been wanting out.
They did tag him.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah, they did tag him.
Today was the official tag, even though last week we covered it. But, it's unfortunate.
Yeah.
This one's also unfortunate.
Legendary Dallas Cowboys head coach and Fox broadcaster Jimmy Johnson has officially retired from broadcasting after 30 years.
That one, that's huge.
That's going to hurt
I've
Fox.
been seeing him in a lot of halftime shows on Sundays. And Jimmy Johnson, that's you can't replace them shoes.
No.
Bro was the only guy who held it down in Dallas, and then freaking Jerry Jones shipped him out, which for whatever reason.
Jerry Jones did Jerry Jones things.
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh, that's crazy.
I'm glad they did at least make amends. I think it was like 2 or 3 years ago. Actually, it might have been longer than that, but for when they put him in the Ring of Honor and all that. So that's all that matters. But no, Jimmy Johnson's a huge role in football, so this is big in my eyes.
Yeah, that's big.
Yep.
Definitely going to miss him.
Mm-hmm.
The Packers are signing linebacker Isaiah McDuffie to a 2-year deal worth up to $9.5 million.
I don't hate it. But.
I mean, I have no complaints with it, but you could definitely upgrade the defense. Considering how last season went in the playoffs.
Yeah,
so
they
their
got
offensive side of the ball was lost too. So
maybe Matt LaFleur is being called in the question.
Hey, guess what? At least they put money into this next piece.
Broncos Ring of Fame, Hall of Fame, legendary GOAT kicker Brandon McManus,
Bowl 50 MVP,
who's a very stand-up citizen who's never been accused of any wrongdoing.
Yet.
No, he has been.
Oh, he has?
I was being sarcastic. That's why he's not a Bronco anymore.
What's with kickers in... When I was just
Look it up.
That's wild.
He signed a 3-year extension worth $15.2 million.
I'd rather think highly of him now that I don't. That's
I think as a football player is well deserved. I don't know if what he did was like true or like they found him guilty or whatever.
I won't speak on it until I know the matter, so we'll just run with that.
We'll be discussing after the cameras
we'll
are
be
off.
mindful. I'll be mindful of it right now. But yeah, no. If you want to put $15 million,
as a player, it's worth it.
Didn't they just draft a young kicker? What is this? What is this signing? I don't.
They have Carlson, don't they?
Yeah. What is this?
Ooh, I forgot about that. I didn't even think about that.
I thought about this today when I saw the report. I'm like, I thought they got a new young kicker this season that everyone was buying into.
Packers always seem to be lost when it comes to kickers.
Not quarterback.
They had Mason Crosby forever.
Yeah, forever. I don't know. It's different. I'm not.
Well, this past year at least.
Yeah. Well, going back to the Bengals theme, like we just mentioned, they have released offensive guard.
Stole this one.
Yeah, Alex Cap. I mean, that's fine. Saving $8 million in cap, saving money or not. Nick brings a good point.
You need all the help you can get.
What they're doing is they're just clearing all the talent they have just so they can pay T. Higgins.
Yes, but are they doing this in hopes that they're going to be able to find their replacements in the draft? Because the hit rate on draft picks is not promising.
I think the Bengals have peaked.
Not only that, I don't know if either of you have brought awareness to this yet. Our team's going to want to go to this destination even though Joe Burrow's there now that they're seeing this. There's no security with their own players. So that right there is a red flag for any player. That was the reason why no one wanted to go to the Broncos for the last 2 or 3 seasons. They watched the Russell Wilson situation play out. That doesn't make any player comfortable. They don't feel secure in that.
No.
And I don't blame them, but you would think the Bengals would follow a better formula. You think Joe Shiestey's going to be the only contributing factor to get players to come?
Yeah, Jamar Chase, I mean...
They're trying to make him the highest paid athlete, period.
Yeah, that franchise has some problems.
I don't know where you go. I really don't. And you can clear money with Joe Burrow being a good guy or not. It's going to still bite you in the ass in 5 years down the line.
Yeah.
Their window, I think, is already closed.
Look at it with the Saints. They tried to recoup from it for how many years, and they're still dealing with it to this day.
At this point, they just got to cut their losses and restart.
That's why Sean Payton's a Bronco.
Quarterback.
Yeah, I just... speaking of the Saints, released veteran running back Jamal Williams.
He is a Bronco.
I don't want Jamal Williams. Why
not?
He hasn't done anything since
what do we have to lose?
What?
Yeah, because he's on the Saints.
Yeah, what do you guys have to lose, though? I mean...
We're letting Javonte go.
I'd rather just keep...
Are you going to start Jaleel?
It's a step up from that McDonald guy, whatever the hell his name is.
Jaleel McLaughlin? Oh, my gosh.
I didn't even know who he was talking about, bro. He butchered that so bad.
No, he knew what he was doing.
Oh, my God.
No, I don't want... Why? There's so many other directions we can go.
You got Jaleel and Tyler Bidet. Are you comfortable with that room? Assuming we don't get Genty or anybody or Scatterbo
Nick, I promise you, they're not going into this draft without a running back being taken in the first 2 rounds. And I can promise you that. Out of our 45 formal visits, if you didn't know this at the Combine, the Broncos, I think, used 32 of them on running backs and tight ends. If that doesn't send a message clear as day, then...
He wants his joker.
Take it how you will. There's plenty of running backs. There's plenty of tight ends this year in the draft. I don't think this is the route you go. And if you do, if you go him, I don't know if you sign him out of what's available. Najee Harris is on the table. I'd rather pay him than take up this guy for a 1-year deal.
Bro, Nick hears Steelers, and he's just like, no.
I am a certified Steelers hater.
You're not wrong.
Will Levis, my GOAT.
On to the offensive line movements we've had this week. The Rams are trading offensive line Jonah Jackson to the Bears for a 6th-round pick. Nothing crazy, nothing
This
high.
is a league-shattering, earth-shattering move. The Bears are probably going to win this.
The Bears.
Bears
Let me just say, Ben Johnson.
You really did a number on this one. Moving on, the Cowboys. I mean, like I said, I got to understand it. So the Cowboys are signing. God, I didn't want to take this one.
Osa
Odigizua.
Bless you.
To a 4-year deal. They're signing defensive tackle Osa to a 4-year deal worth $80 million, and it's $52 million guaranteed.
It's the Cowboys.
When I saw the report today, I was like, I don't even want to try and say the name. And so happened, I made it mine. So here we are. I get to pay the repercussions for it. You guys have any thoughts, or we just?
It's the Cowboys. That's
all
my
right.
thoughts.
Well, here's what I really want to get to for Nick's sake. The Jets have released star wide receiver Devontae Adams. Where does he land?
He's a Bronco.
Plain and simple.
He is a Bronco.
If he's not a Bronco, I'm gonna have problems. I'm gonna have problems. This is one of my favorite receivers in the league that I need to see be in a Bronco jersey. We didn't get it when the Rodgers rumors were happening 4 or 5 years ago. Not 5 years ago. 3 or 4 years ago. 3 or 4 years ago. Now we've got a legitimate opportunity to do it.
He's going to follow Aaron Rodgers.
Why? It's not working anymore. You had your time. You don't have to say it. I heard you never say it with Alan Lazard. Well, all right. So we'll move on then. Do you agree
didn't even
or not?
say anything about it.
You didn't give us a team.
I don't have an opinion.
Okay. All right. Fine.
Back to the Packers.
So I'm going to give you a heartbreaking list for you, Dom. The Seahawks have released a number of people, starting with defensive tackle Roy Robertson Harris, safety Rashawn Jenkins, George Fant, offensive lineman, and former Bronco defensive lineman Draymond Jones.
Trash.
How do you feel? Rashawn Jenkins is crazy to me. He was a good safety.
Yeah, that was the most surprising.
He is a Bronco.
Like our secondary was very bona fide, if you will.
What was that? I'm sorry, I didn't hear you.
I feel like our secondary was very bona fide last year.
That's what I'm saying. When I saw Rashawn Jenkins on the list, I was like, what?
Like, why?
Draymond Jones, fine.
Yeah, the rest of them.
Any of the defensive line, fine. Yeah. As long as you have Leonard Williams, you can build around him.
RD and O-line need to be completely reconstructed.
And George Fant's old. I kind of saw that coming. So, I mean, not old, but, up there. He's getting up there. He's a veteran. Yeah. I don't know. It's a list that I did not expect coming, especially Rashawn. Yeah. That one should have stayed. Mm-hmm. I'm surprised the Jags even got rid of him a year ago, but we'll see what happens with that. Eagles are extending Saquon Barkley to a 2-year, $41 million extension, making him the highest paid running back in NFL history. What do we think?
Well-deserved.
Well-deserved, yeah.
I appreciate that, Nick.
I never said he wasn't good. I just said he's not the most valuable player.
MVP.
Josh Allen?
Josh Allen was the MVP.
Yeah, I know.
Fact checkers, get on this.
You know who you are. Okay, boys, I know you're not going to like this one, but I had to throw it in there for my own sake. It's my childhood. It broke the internet. It was on ESPN, therefore I think it's worth mentioning. John Cena has turned heel and broke the internet over the weekend Elimination Chamber. You have nothing to say.
I have no idea what the hell that means.
This is going to be really good. I like this.
I was going to say, can you please speak on it? I bought the Topps card, so there's a 1-of-1 autograph. I bought the original whatever card that's available till March 6th with the chance to win the autograph card. But The Rock came out. So 2 weeks ago, The Rock said he wanted Cody Rhodes to sell his soul. Do you know who Cody Rhodes is?
Nope.
Okay, well, never mind.
The American Nightmare? Goldust?
Yeah, Goldust's son.
Stardust. Both of us said
it. And then Goldust's brother, Dusty Rhodes' dad? No?
I know The Rock.
Okay, well, whatever. The Rock came out with Travis Scott. You know Travis Scott?
I do know Travis Scott.
Okay, Travis Scott and The Rock got John Cena to sell his soul to them to go to WrestleMania to main event and face Cody Rhodes for the WWE World Title, Undisputed Title, whatever they're calling it now.
To get his 17th, which would be most all-time ahead of Ric Flair.
Technically, no, but WWE, yes. And mind you, if you weren't aware, John Cena has been the babyface for the last 20 years, my entire childhood.
Before we were born.
And whether I like it or not, I'm following it because it's John Cena. I met him for my 6th birthday. That's my guy. That's been my favorite since day one. So
I have a cardboard cutout of him in my room.
Exactly. Like this guy. That's what I'm saying. It's worth mentioning, bro. Everyone knows John Cena, and I know you know John Cena.
Yeah, I know who John Cena
you just don't know Cody Rhodes.
You better know who John Cena is.
But yeah, it was a huge segment. I don't think anyone expect. Yeah, there you go. There you go. Well, it ain't gonna be that anymore. Apparently, what it's gonna be is hustle, loyalty, disrespect. So we'll see what happens.
I want to see the new
theme song.
Yeah.
We won't know until March 17th. It ain't gonna be that anymore.
That's gone.
Yeah. See, that's what I'm saying. No one. I thought CM Punk was gonna turn heel. I don't know if you did. What's the favorite with Paul Heyman?
Boy,
I know this is too much to bring around in a football podcast, but whatever. I had to bring it
it's gonna be like the Bray Wyatt match during COVID.
But I want to say before we get on, WrestleMania is gonna be a huge weekend. So whether you watch it or not, Dom, please follow the headlines because it's gonna be huge for entertainment and it's gonna be in the ESPN news again.
Go John Cena.
There you go. Let's go.
There we go.
There we go. All right, Nick, bring it on.
All right, so my segment this week is NFL Unsung Heroes. I had everybody come up with two players that they really like for whatever reason. One from their team and one just from general NFL history. Mm-hmm. So, Dom, do you want to go first?
I want you to go first, Dom.
So, I picked for fun from my team. I picked Chris Carson. He's one of the running backs that played for the Seahawks. That's one of the lesser known running backs that was
for unfortunate reasons.
He battled injuries and everything in the book throughout his career. That I cut it short. But when we did see him play, we saw him play in 2016.
I think until 2018.
He played with the Legion of Boom and
the tail end of it.
Yeah. And I mean, he was fantastic. We saw him.
I liked Chris Carson and Rashad Penny. I thought they were the future of that backfield.
You know who reminds me of Chris Carson? Zach Charbonnet, my little beefcake.
Really?
Yes, I can see flashes of Chris Carson in Zach Charbonnet.
I can see it actually. I can see where you're coming from.
Just
power back.
Yeah, literally run people over. That's it. Just run people over.
Now this next one shocks me.
Yeah, and the next one I picked for all time is Teddy Bruschi because I feel like he's not well known enough among the NFL community.
He's one of the best linebackers to play football.
Yeah. He had a stroke before he even played.
Yeah.
Do you think he's overshadowed because of Vrabel and the performances he put up during that time period?
It's overshadowed because of Brady.
That too? What is the main factor you think he's not getting his credit or isn't well known?
I mean, around here he's well known.
I can tell you this: one of my uncles is a huge Bruschi fan.
I see his jerseys all the time.
I was gonna say I see Bruschi all the time when I go to Gillette. So,
but like around the league, maybe not around.
No, in the grand scheme of things, I agree with you.
I feel like
he definitely is not considered
less known than what he should be.
He's known as an analyst, which is crazy to me.
Crazy, considering what he did in his career.
It's like calling Shaq an analyst.
Yeah, that's wild. That's
like,
wild. That's one of the greatest centers to ever play basketball. How can you even do that? But do you want me to go first, or do you want to have the floor? I'm willing to put it up in the air.
I'll let you go.
You want me to go? Okay. So for my team, for Denver Broncos, I went with Derek Wolfe. Defensive lineman, no longer plays, unfortunately. His last stint was with the Baltimore Ravens. Super Bowl 50, what would you call it? I don't want to say a participant. He was one of the key components of the defense.
Champion.
Starter, yeah. Super Bowl 50 starter and champion. This guy, for some reason, was one of my favorite players on the Broncos in that time period. For one, his entrance on the field every week was badass. Him doing the howl with any of the soldiers or just him, period. Yeah. He was a dominant force on the defense. I don't think he got nearly as much credit as he deserved, considering the Broncos never paid him his actual market value until he left and went to the Ravens and got his money worth. Unfortunately, when you play with Lamar Jackson, you don't go past the playoffs, so he never got to see the Super Bowl again. But Derek Wolfe, in my heart...
You wouldn't have seen it with us either. Yeah, let's be real.
That is true. But Derek Wolfe, in my heart, you were one of my favorite unsung heroes. Now, for non-Bronco related, I had to go back to my roots. Got to go back to Tampa. Got to go back to where I was raised. I'm going with Mike Allstott, one of the greatest fullbacks to ever play football.
Cover goat.
Yeah, you go. Plain and simple, this guy was a punch you in the mouth, run you over. There was nothing else to it. Big-ass shoulder pads, old-school helmet, Bucks mentality. I loved it. I loved every second of it. Granted, I didn't get to watch it as a kid and understand it, but watching the highlights later on and reading about him and all that, and I have his jersey in my closet. So, Mike Allstott, you were my second unsung hero on Bronco related. Now, Nick, I need to hear yours.
All right.
I've been waiting for it.
For my Broncos related one, I went Philip Lindsay.
Love it.
This man carried our team for like 2-3 years.
Yeah.
Before we got Melvin Gordon.
Don't get him started on that.
Pro Bowler Philip Lindsay. He had 1,000 yards in his first year as an undrafted free agent rookie.
Melvin Gordon was a Pro Bowler.
What?
I'm kidding.
He's like, what?
Who?
Melvin Gordon was a Pro Bowler.
Who? Never heard of him.
Continue on.
Never heard of him.
Melvin Fumbler.
That I know. I know.
You know that one.
Philip Lindsay really just carried this team. He scored a touchdown in his first career game against Dom Seahawks in 2018.
Week 1 up the sideline as a little
from Case Keenum
slam route or something. Yeah. Loved it. Get out of here.
You lost that game, by the way.
You did.
My second player, non-Broncos.
Was that a real yawn? Why are your eyes watering so much?
Because that was a real yawn.
He's crying, bro. He remembers that.
He remembers how beautiful it was.
Like, no.
The little 5'9" guy with his afro hanging out was zooming down the sideline.
Bro. Vance Joseph standing on the sideline.
I thought you were saying Vance Joseph was your second.
You can read it on the screen.
Like, what the hell? I'm like, where you going with this?
Vance Joseph, my favorite Jet of all time. Anyway.
Yeah.
My real pick was Marcus Mariota, former Titans quarterback. He played for the Falcons. He's Washington now?
Can I ask why?
Absolutely. So when I was 10, 11, 10 or 11, I was pretty delusional.
Back in his day.
And I was convinced I was going pro as a quarterback. and I thought Marcus Mariota modeled the style of play I would have. Peyton? I thought I was the next Marcus Mariota, bro.
Okay.
Dual threat,
Oregon Ducks uniform.
Yes, sir.
Oh, yeah.
I thought I was Marcus Mariota.
Bro used to stare at every commercial with Marcus Mariota Ducks uniform. I was like, that's me.
That's me, bro. I'm gonna be a Titan someday, bro. and then I joined the football team as a junior in high school for the first time, and I was a lineman. So
you had the rude awakening. You're like, we're gonna send you with the D-line.
You're pretty big, bro. Get over there.
Deemed too big to play quarterback.
Dom, I actually have a question for you.
I'm Eddie Lacy 2.0.
If you don't mind me cutting you short, if you're not.
Go ahead.
I actually have a question for you. I was not aware that high school was your freshman was your first year playing football.
Yes.
Can I ask you something?
Why?
What was your desired?
You
mean what? Yeah.
Why?
What was your why? What was your desired position prior to them giving you a defensive back? I always wondered this. I don't know why.
Well,
I never asked you.
I was a defensive back for my first 2 years of sitting the bench for varsity. Once I actually started,
he's honest about it.
But once I started,
freshman year.
I played wide receiver, but the position I always wanted to play was wide receiver.
Okay, so you did always want to play one.
Yeah, I was always an offensive side of the ball, but unfortunately, when I played with two amazing senior receivers, that I would never be better than.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Yeah, whatever. Yeah, don't cut yourself short, but I get you.
I'm being realistic.
Yeah, okay. Well, I respect that. That's respect.
One was one of the fastest kids in the state, and
one of them set records in our state. So
yeah, and the other one just had never dropped the ball, and my 140-pound ass wasn't gonna outdo a 180.
I'm glad that I at least got to finally ask this question, and it was on the show.
But when I started my senior year, I got to play the position I wanted, which was receiver, and I had a lot of fun.
I just wasn't sure because I know your brother was like one of the best linebackers on the state title team, so I wasn't sure if you wanted to follow the same footsteps as being
the thing is,
linebacker.
I couldn't because my brother weighed 60 more pounds than I did.
So you were new. You knew in your head that like that's not.
Yeah, I was just. I've always been smaller, lengthier, and even though my brother was the fastest person on the team when he played, that's true fact. He was the fastest person on the team.
I'm not questioning it. He's up in the barn, so I respect it.
I didn't know he had a brother.
Yeah,
I'm sure I did not know this.
If you went to Killingly, you knew.
Yeah,
you knew.
But I'm happy with how it went.
Okay, I always wondered that. I never got to ask you, but
I did play the position I wanted to. I was realistic myself and knew I wasn't going to be a quarterback. So.
Bro, I was going pro. If
so
it wasn't for my ankle.
Idol receiver?
My idol
that
receiver?
We must know.
Doug Baldwin.
Was it actually?
No, he's my.
Don't say OBJ.
No. No.
Hey, what does that mean?
If I had to pick, it would have to be Julian Edelman, probably.
I love it.
I just watched him the most, and I'll never. I was literally when I watched a play of him catching the ball against the Falcons,
the Super Bowl.
Yeah, when it was like three guys and he somehow caught it. That just like always resonated in my head for like ever. Like I wish I could be like that.
Dom's
favorite receivers were Julian Edelman, Danny Amendola, Chris Hogan.
Every Patriots receiver
Wes
that ever played with. But
any white slot receiver.
What did Julian Edelman play in high school? Quarterback. He was never meant to be a receiver. He was a free agent, was he not? He was picked on a free agent.
He was 7th round.
No, was he on?
He was undrafted.
I thought he was undrafted. It was 7th round, yeah. Yeah, he was drafted as a quarterback, and they switched him real quickly.
Yeah, and he ends up being one of the best wide receivers of all time.
Yeah, for sure. I don't.
It's just because I grew up watching him most because
you're in the area.
We live in New
England.
Gunnar
Olszewski is Dom's favorite player.
I don't even think he knows who that is.
Bro.
I got to watch him return a touchdown live. That was awesome.
That's crazy, actually.
Where is he now? He was on the Steelers a few years ago. He's probably in the UFL. Gone. Yo, the UFL opening day was not opening day. That's crazy. But their first day of training camp was yesterday.
Yeah.
I had to plug it.
Go Renegades.
I forgot to put it on the Go Battlehawks, St. Louis, baby. You don't even have a team yet. So we'll move on after we got Dom to give us your story. I do appreciate you sharing that. Guys, the Combine was this past weekend. And with every year's Combine, we have what? Winners and losers, and we have instant reactions. So, do you guys want me to give my winners first, or do you want to step in? You have immediate thoughts you got to get out there. Anyone who stuck out to you?
If you want to go, you can go.
Take it away. All right, cool. Everyone knoes if you're watching the Combine, you're paying attention to it. Matthew Golden, wide receiver, Texas.
I think you sent me his highlights to watch.
I did. Was not supposed to be, and I hyped the hell out of this kid 2 months ago, Dom, when I sent it to Nick. This kid was not supposed to be a first-round pick. He was supposed to be the second to Isaiah Bond from Texas, the other receiver, his fellow teammate. Well, he shows up and doesn't run his mouth like Isaiah Bond does. He runs a 4.29 40.
He's supposed to run like a 4.4, wasn't he?
Yeah, yep. And that's what Isaiah Bond ended up running, who should have ran what he claimed to be faster than Xavier Worthy. Did not happen. Ran a 4.29 40, was the fastest among all receivers, and according to many outlets, went from a second-round pick to now being anywhere from mid to late first. That in itself, to me, is a successful weekend. Now, I don't know that he did the shuttle drill or any of the cone drills, but you showed your speed and you answered a lot of questions that scouts had. And from what I read, he had fantastic meetings. So now this prompts me with this. Teams like the Broncos might jump on the hype now for this. He's going to be in that range of pick 18 to 32. To me,
we need other positions way more than we need receiver.
Completely. But I don't. It's weird. They did interview all the top 10 receivers as well. We should.
Yeah, we need receiver, but we don't need it more than running back. Yeah, we interviewed
Mika Ibuka, Luther Burden, all of them. I guess you do what you got to do. Those are the positions of needs. Why not do it? It doesn't hurt in doing it. So for me, he was my number one winner of the weekend. He was the one that jumped off the board right off. I was like, dude, this kid's amazing. I had this thought about him months ago, as you just said, but I didn't know that he'd actually translate, and it's translating. Right. So now I like seeing that, and not for my own ego, but for the sake of him performing for any other team in the NFL. My second winner. I don't know if you guys saw the clip a few years ago of this guy doing the little pad drill where he rips it.
I never realized it was him, bro.
And it was bad. It was rough. And
he was wearing like a crop top while he's doing it. That made it so much worse.
And if you don't know who he is, his name's Landon Jackson, edge from Arkansas, and I believe he's a transfer from LSU as well.
Yeah, he's a transfer, right?
So... What? So I just wanted to give a few of the stats that he recorded this weekend. A 40.5 inch vertical, best at the edge position of the weekend by far. He's fast and explosive. The guy is huge. Yeah, I put it in all caps. That's the only way I could get it. Great ability to get off blocks. If you go and watch him, his block shit ability is insane. He seals the edge every fucking play. It's crazy.
Big boy.
I went and watched more of his, I wouldn't say lowlights, but regular tape this weekend. He's a dog. Now, granted, he won't get drafted until mid-second round probably, but wherever he goes, that's a gem that I think is waiting to be found.
Yeah.
He screams Steelers to me. Not going to lie. I'm not going to lie to you. They need it. But before I get off that,
he's a Seahawk.
He was, if you get him, kudos to you. 6'6", 264. He's lengthy and he's huge. He's got great size. Okay, you don't have to make it weird every time.
He's lengthy, he's huge, and he's got great size.
We're talking about prospects, bro.
Yeah, we talking about prospects, all right? Jerry Jones style. Do you know what I'm talking about?
I think I do.
Okay.
Make him explain it. Uh-oh.
Not on the
How do you explain that without making it sound terrible?
I'm about to get it.
Jerry Jones says some weird things on live streams.
Should I share my last winner?
Please do.
All right. Jahdae Barron, cornerback from Texas. I went with a lot of... There's so many Texas prospects this year.
Is he long, huge, and...
No, actually, he's not. He was only 5'11". He was actually 5'11", for your information. A lot of scouts viewed him as a nickel cornerback. Couldn't play out.
So he's got average size.
That's pretty big,
Stop
bro.
while you're ahead. Stop while you're ahead. He was 5'11", so a lot of scouts thought he couldn't play outside corner. He couldn't line up with the number one receiver on the offense. He had to play nickel, which is fine. There's a lot of great nickel corners out there. I mean, not to knock that.
It's just not a premium position.
We need it. It's just not a high. Exactly. Yeah. It's not a premium position you draft high. But he ran a 4.39 40. Jumped right off the screen. The first thing you saw was, okay, he can hang with a first number one receiver on a team. So that stopped immediate concerns of whether he can play the inside or out. So now you've got flexibility with him.
Right.
The 5'11" thing is still weighing on a lot of scouts.
A lot of corners are 5'11".
I was going to say, so what I'm reading a lot is that people are concerned he's not going to be able to jive or block or even contend with any of your top receivers, people like a DK Metcalf. But like you just said, what's the actual average height now of a lot of positions? Between 5'10" and 6 foot.
Yeah.
5'11" to me is not a problem because factor in his athleticism.
Exactly. If you can jump, you can run, you can do everything else. You can make up for it.
So this is another prospect, kind of like Matthew Golden, who just went from a second round pick to maybe a late first. And I think it's fantastic.
Yeah.
Great for Texas program. Tons of prospects this year coming out. So we'll see who
switch on next year once they get Arch in the league, bro.
I cannot wait to see that. I cannot wait to see where Arch lands. And I have he is
unfortunately not a Bronco.
If you suck this year, I've been praying that it's not the Seattle Seahawks where he goes.
People want him on Hard Knocks. Since Belichick declined. We didn't put that in the news, but UNC was supposed to be on Hard Knocks. Bill Belichick said no, they couldn't reach an agreement.
Discussions yesterday.
So now people are looking at Texas.
I think he doesn't want that image for the team. You don't want drama. You don't want to be publicized more than it already is. I don't blame it.
He always hated the media. Why?
But I'm not going to lie. That is some national entertainment right there that I wanted to see.
I would have loved that. I wanted to see that so bad.
But, yeah. So those were my winners. Where are you guys going with this?
I wanted to see the losers.
Okay. All right. Well, Well, no, I think, Nick, I'll let you go first because me and you have one of the same losers.
Yeah,
I want to hear your take on this.
One of my main losers was Tej Johnson, wide receiver from Oregon. He's Bo Nix's brother. They don't look it, but...
Wow.
Actually?
He was adopted.
It's his adopted brother.
Oh, they're not biological. Bo Nix's parents did not. They did not create Tej Johnson.
Look up Tej Johnson.
Anyway.
Continue.
So Tej Johnson, he's pretty small. You have him at 5'10", 154.
He's the smallest player to ever weigh at a combine. That is the smallest.
Crazy. And his 40 time was 4.51.
Bad.
That's terrible for somebody that says.
I think that looks like Bo Nix.
They expected...
Low-key, they're pretty identical, low-key.
They expected him to be Tyreek-esque, and it's just...
He did win the 3-cone drill, right?
Yes, but I want to say this, and that's exactly what I'm saying. When it comes down to, running routes in an actual game, it's going to be different right now. Like, how often does the 40 translate?
Never.
Exactly.
Look at John Ross.
So why do we care so much? Why do we? We've made players drafted so high because they can run this 40.
Yeah, game speed is so much different.
But then they get in the game and it doesn't apply. So
they don't even have helmets and shoulder pads on when they run this. So
if he genuinely, he was already a day 3 pick, but if he genuinely slips to 7th or undrafted, that's terrible.
Guess who wins in this situation though?
Whatever team gets
the Denver Broncos.
Well, yeah, because they can
go get him with a late round pick.
Yeah. And then you have the whole
downside.
Oregon Ducks.
No downside.
Especially if you
get the center, the quarterback, 2 receivers.
And if you draft Terrence Ferguson.
You get a tight end now.
I don't think he got drafted the 2nd or 3rd round, so that's realistic. That could definitely happen if we don't get a tight end in the 1st.
Yeah.
So my second one's a little bit interesting. Nick, you shared Tej Johnson. Mine is a guy who didn't even perform at the Combine, but I'll tell you why he's a loser for my book. There's a ton of reports. So he did not participate, obviously.
Yeah.
But in his meetings...
He did interviews.
In his meetings with other teams, he came off very arrogant, did not care or want to hear what they had to say, and showed exactly what people in the media and fans like this view him as. A cocky kid who lives off the hype of his last name.
We haven't said his name yet.
I did. I said Shedeur.
Oh, did you?
I like Shedeur Sanders. I'm one of the few that do like him. I don't know that his game translates 100%. I think that you need to go into the NFL and understand that you're playing the big leagues now. Your dad...
because it says Sanders on the back of his jersey. I think
your dad made you think you're this great, which is good at the level you were playing at. But Colorado and Jackson State have not been the NFL. Yeah. And there's a lot of Colorado players who are what in the NFL? Nobodies. Nothing. So I don't know where this goes. If your meetings are going poorly, that's character. That's everyday locker room that they're dealing with. So for me,
either way, in a not so strong quarterback draft, why aren't you participating?
So I will say this. If you're already lacking in trust from the media and scouts, you're going to hurt yourself more if he went and blew it up. But, like I said, if you're going to do meetings, that's where you need to be stellar. Because he's probably going to do his pro day, which will look great because they're going to train him. They're going to get him to prepare for what drills they do. It's going to be a script. And you're going to throw with your receivers.
Right.
So he'll have familiarity with Jimmy Horn, Travis Hunter, and all that. Right here, you're alone. You're a lone shark in the ocean or pond, and you didn't do well. So it's kind of... He's my biggest loser of the draft. And then I put Isaiah Bond simply because you talked all that trash in the media
now
day.
His teammate
and then your own teammate performs much better than you do, and now you're considered a 2nd-round draft pick when you were highly mocked on a lot of boards to go between picks 20 and 32. So to me, that's a loss. That's an L. I just...
First round to 2nd round.
Yeah. And I give the floor to you guys if you have any last thoughts.
I'm good.
No, I agree with all of it. All right, cool. The next segment we got, guys... I didn't mention it in the intro, so I hope you guys are ready. We got Guess the Franchise. Now, you said do more of the other one. I again went 5 because this is going to be a little bit different. This is going to be tricky, okay? So, we have Guess the Franchise. I'm going to give you 3 clues each one. Do we want to go 45 seconds or 30 seconds for how long you have to guess it?
45.
Or, free-for-all, you guys can both spit it out until someone gets it right. Whoever has the most points.
It's got to be.
Yeah, I like it structured better.
Okay.
Yeah.
So,
I'll agree with you with 45.
Instead of doing rock, paper, scissors this week, we've got a trusty old Turf Talk coin that we got made. We got 2 of them.
Hey! Touchdown!
All right.
Field goal, you mean?
So you guys are aware and you want to know, the microphone on the front is heads.
Put it up to the camera.
I don't know if they're going to be able to see the focus, but...
It might be blurry.
If you can't see it there, you want to help us out right there.
Guys,
this is the production we got going here. So let me see the coin. So you got a good look at heads. That's heads.
Yeah.
Is it upside down?
Yeah.
Oh, we got 2 of them?
That's heads. Oh, yeah. So heads. And then the back where it says Turf Talk with the field goal post is tails.
What is heads?
Heads is the front with the microphone.
Okay, that's fire.
Okay. So now, who wants to call it?
I called it last time we did it, so I'll let you call.
All right.
Okay.
Dom, call it in the air.
Tails.
What is it?
Microphone.
It's heads. Heads. All right, so Nick, you're going first, or you can defer to him. What do you want?
I'm going first.
All right, cool.
Ooh.
Are we ready?
I'm ready.
All right.
This.
Now, I'm going to give you the rules one more time so you're clear.
Yep.
I'm going to give you 3 clues. Dom, pull up. Do you want to go 30 or 45 seconds? What do we agree
We
on?
agreed 45.
All right, 45 seconds, pull it up.
I can ask any question I want.
I'm going to give you 3 clues.
Or just the 3 clues?
3 clues.
Okay. Do I get one guess and that's it, or do I keep going until I
your
get it?
Time runs out.
I'm just gonna name every team.
So once I've said the
division by division.
Once I've said the 3 clues, then start it. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Clue 1: players for this team: Aqib Talib, Sony Michel, Wes Welker.
I got it already.
Clue
you don't
2:
even need to read them.
they have 2 or more Super Bowl appearances. Clue 3: this franchise has won a Super Bowl within the last 10 years.
New England Patriots.
Nope.
Really?
That's what I was thinking.
Okay.
I knew you were gonna go there. Come on, that's too easy. That's
Okay.
too
What was
easy.
the third clue? I wasn't even listening. I got too cocky.
Third clue: the franchise
Rams.
has won a Super Bowl
The
within the
Rams.
last 10
The
years.
Rams.
Damn, he got that shit quick. 15 seconds off the board and you got it. Wow. I wish we had a ding, ding, ding button because you deserve it. Wow.
Thank you. I was trying to think of where Sony Michel played with Aqib
I was gonna
Talib.
say, did you go Sony before Wes? Because I didn't even know Wes had a stint with the Rams.
I didn't even think about him.
You didn't? Okay,
Honestly,
cool.
I thought of Sony Michel and Aqib Talib because that's a weird combination.
You went the efficient route. Okay, so
Yeah.
Nick's got one.
All right, you got a
You want to say you want
scoreboard.
to get
Up.
the? Are you nervous?
Oh, I'm locking in.
Nick 1, Dom to be determined.
Dom, I don't know how this is gonna go.
I'm
I told you I went with hard clues for this.
I'm good.
Clearly not hard enough for Nick, but
I'm him.
all right. You want to turn the laptop so I can see the time?
Oh, let me get a timer up.
He wasn't even prepared for you.
Bro, I was getting the scoreboard
Here, I'll let
up.
you get another good look at the coin so you know what it looks like. All right, Dom, tell me when you're ready.
I'm ready when you are.
All right. Clue 1. Baker Mayfield played for them, Sam Darnold played for them, and Gerald McCoy played for them. This team has had an MVP quarterback within the last 10 years. The franchise had a spectacular year, but is overshadowed by a major loss, and I'll give you one extra one. One of their best players is now a broadcaster for Fox Sports.
The Bucks.
Nope.
Ooh. Is it? Am I allowed to ask questions?
I'm not going to go there because I didn't let Nick do it.
Fair. I'm trying to think of teams that. Did he play for Washington?
Nope.
No, not Washington. I can't name every team, so I'm trying to be fair here. What team did Baker Mayfield play for? I feel like I'm blanking here. Before he played for the Bucks, he played for. Who did he play for before he played? I'm stupid. I have to be stupid.
What colors has he worn?
10
Think
seconds.
that way. I gave you one key.
Is it
that
the
gives
Bears
away.
or the Browns?
Nope.
I can't
3,
remember.
2, 1.
Ah,
The Panthers.
The Panthers. He got it.
I forgot.
I'm not going to give you the point, obviously, but Nick, yeah.
Give me the point.
forgot he
Marshawn
played
Lynch.
for the Panthers. Marshawn Lynch.
So my
From last
giveaway
week.
for you was Sam Darnold and Gerald McCoy.
That right away, I was like, it has to
Well,
be.
Sam Darnold led me to the Vikings, and I know he
Yeah,
didn't
but
play for the
he's-
Vikings.
Yeah, but he's had.
I know.
Yeah. All right. Number 3. Turn your computer so we got
How
the
many
clock.
of these are there in total?
5.
5?
5,
Okay.
Yeah. It's a 3-2. You gotta get it.
Geno
Once you get
Smith
3.
just
Oh,
fell on
Geno
the floor.
Smith hit the floor. Where he belongs.
All right. Clue 1. Jerry Rice, Randy Moss, and Rod Woodson have played for this franchise. This franchise has 5 Super Bowl appearances and 3 Super Bowl titles. Who are they?
It's not the Niners. What was the first clue? No, the first clue was Jerry Rice and Randy Moss.
Yep.
The second clue was the
They have 5 Super Bowl appearances.
appearances, not wins necessarily. Randy Moss played Patriots, Raiders.
Raiders. Yeah.
Raiders.
Damn. Nick is on the money tonight, bro. All right.
17 seconds left on the clock.
He had that. Dom, please get this, all right? You got to up the score a little bit. Are you ready?
Yep.
Are you nervous?
Yes. I suck at these things.
God, you're getting another hard one.
Oh my god.
All right. Number 4. Deion Sanders, Ricky Williams, and Odell Beckham Jr. have played for this franchise. This franchise has won 2 Super Bowls, and this franchise is known for having historically good defense.
Giants.
Nope.
Browns.
Nope.
Bears.
Nope.
OBJ went. He was on the Giants. With the
Think of other players. I gave you other players. There's 3 of them for a reason.
Yeah, Deion Sanders. And who else?
Ricky Williams.
Bro does not know who Ricky Williams is.
I don't know.
Running back. He played for the Dolphins. That's not the team, so don't guess it.
Dolphins.
You got it.
The Colts?
Nope.
No.
Close. OBJ. They were. Nope, never mind. I'm not going to say that.
10 seconds.
Who else did OBJ play for?
Oh, bro,
5,
come on now.
4.
Bro,
3,
I have to be stupid.
2, 1.
The Jaguars.
The Baltimore Ravens.
Dude, Nick is on fire. Nick is on fire. All right. So obviously, Nick, you won. But do you want to try and
Not
guess
necessarily.
the last one?
I need to get another one. I'm only up 2-0.
Do you want to try? Okay, so here we go.
Buddy, there's one question left.
I want the majority.
Yeah.
No, he said there's 5.
There's 5. Yeah, that was 5.
This is 5?
This was the 5th one.
Rams, Panthers, Raiders,
I'm
Ravens.
like special. I want to go for it all. I'm all in. I want to prove my knowledge.
This one's low key.
Watch me
light.
get it wrong.
This one's light.
Okay.
This one's so
the
light.
Denver Broncos.
You're gonna get it in like 10 seconds. The minute
10?
I'm done reading the clue, you got it. This one also has 4 clues.
Okay.
I was hoping with the way it was gonna play out, Dom would have this one to help him revive, but you know. Okay, here we go. Julio Jones, Michael Vick, and Asante Samuel played for this franchise.
Oh, my God.
2-time Super Bowl champions.
Bro.
The number 5 is retired for this team, and they had the first ever draft selection.
Bro.
The first ever draft selection.
Bro.
I had to throw in a little fact in there. You know it's coming up.
Bro.
You got
Do I
time.
have an
Sit
answer?
back.
Do I just sit here? And
Sit back and relax.
Bro. Can I say the answer?
I don't even remember what the clues were.
Do you think you know it confidently?
The Falcons.
Nope.
Am I stupid?
Yes.
A little bit.
Do you know it? Don't say it until it's like milk the clock. Really let Dom
I
feel
feel like
this
I'm
one.
going to screw it up, bro. Who was it? Asante Samuel, Michael Vick,
and Julio Jones.
And Julio?
Oh, the Cardinals.
Nope.
Am I stupid?
Yes. Say it, Nick.
The Cardinals. I wasn't even looking at the timer.
Yeah, you're out of time.
I'm flabbergasted by
wait.
by
Because
the
you
Cardinals.
wasted the clock.
When did Julio Jones play for the Cardinals?
Let him get one more guess. Let him get one more guess. Nick, let him see if he gets it. One more guess before you say the answer. Come on, Dom. We're giving you the floor right now to fix yourself.
Hold on.
No, you can't look up
I'm
pictures.
not looking up. I'm looking up teams to jog my memory.
What? There's 32.
Julio Jones and Michael Vick. They were teammates, weren't they?
No.
Yeah,
They
on the
weren't?
Falcons.
Falcons ain't it. I hate to burst your bubble.
Julio Jones played for the Falcons, Titans, Bucks. That's it, isn't it?
So wait, who's your guess?
I want to let him get it.
Okay.
I want him to get a point.
No, because no.
I want him to
because
get a point.
whichever
You
one-
got
guess.
3
Because
options.
I'm gonna get it wrong.
Dom, guess. Say it.
Buddy, you have
The
a
Bucks.
33% chance.
Nope.
I took my guess. It's your turn.
You want another one? I want you to get a point,
No, I
bro.
don't want another one. I concede.
He
You
concedes.
concede.
What is it?
What was the second clue? I forgot. I don't
2-time
know.
Super Bowl champions.
I wasn't listening. 2-time Super Bowl champion?
No, the franchise is 2
The friend, not yeah. I don't even know. I'm not gonna lie.
You don't?
I don't know it.
So there was one team you did not recall that Julio played for.
No, let me guess it. He went from the Falcons, got traded to the Titans.
This is wild.
Oh, the Eagles.
Yeah, the Eagles.
Oh my god.
Eagles.
Stupid,
I
bro.
forgot about
Michael
You got
Vick
all
played for the
cocky.
Eagles.
Yeah, you got all
Oh my
cocky and let
god,
him sit
bro.
back and like.
Oh my god.
bro.
I didn't even think about it.
We should let Dom have a point just for the fact that you like
I'll let him have a point.
murked that.
He's at -3 right now.
He's at -3. Well, Dom, now you get to be the host. It's your time.
Okay, well, time to end this bullshit. The Price is Right.
You're gonna have to
is on
explain the
now.
rules to the
Money.
Price is Right because I have never watched the
Okay,
show
so-
ever.
He's never sat down at 7 o'clock with a cup of coffee and watched some game
Okay.
shows.
Not yet.
So-
I'm not that age.
So for you guys,
Wow, that's a hateful comment.
I'm gonna do. There's gonna be 3 rounds. There's 3 rounds consisting of 3 questions each.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna read to you. I'm gonna give you guys for round 1. You guys get a person.
Any person from history or like current day?
I would say current to make it a
Okay.
little bit easier. Current. You guys are going to take your guess, Price is Right style, at what their full salary is. This is including bonuses, endorsements, everything. This is their total earnings for the year.
Like not just from NFL, like in their life.
No,
Just NFL?
NFL, yes.
Just from the
total
NFL contract,
earnings
okay.
from NFL, but this includes signing bonuses from
Yep.
this 1 year. 1 year.
Just this year, not the whole
Just this
contract.
year.
Okay.
Just this 1 year, not the whole contract. Just this 1 year.
That makes things a little difficult.
That's why, because I didn't want to go contract, because then you guys may know him. But
I don't.
so, what you guys are gonna do
Okay.
is you're gonna try to guess the salary. If you go over, you're automatically disqualified.
From the game or the round?
The round.
Yeah, you got to play low. That's the closest one without going over.
Okay.
I swear you've watched it. You've definitely seen it. It's the one with the briefcases and stuff.
I know what it is,
Yeah,
but I just
yeah.
don't know the rules.
Just so you know, whoever gets round 1 closer is the person that moves on to round 2.
He's in unfamiliar territory. He's nervous. He's
Let me
shaking
get
in his boots.
let me get the scoreboard.
Yeah, get the scoreboard ready. Round 2.
Do you have a graphic for this one or no?
No, this
No?
is just
Okay.
graphs on this.
All
Nothing
right.
too fancy like last week.
Okay.
We're at 0-0 right now.
We'll get started and we'll learn as the game goes.
How do we
How
know
are
who
we
goes
deter-
first?
Yeah, I was saying,
It-
are we
it-
gonna?
Oh, you guys can rock, paper, scissors?
No, we have
we'll
the-
flip the coin.
Yeah,
you got
we
the
have a
coin
coin
Hey.
now. Okay. So, microphone is heads.
Nick, I'll let you
Goalposts are
have it.
tails.
Okay.
Nick, call it in the air.
Tails.
Did it fly off the
What is it?
Microphone.
Microphone.
heads?
Okay, Gabe, do you want to go first or second?
I'll go first.
Okay. My first player to you is Deshaun Watson.
Bro's making millions, bro.
Too much.
So
$1
You got to give me a monetary value, and then Nick will pick a monetary value.
for the same player or a different one.
Same player. You guys are both trying to go at the same one.
I'm gonna go 59.6 million this year.
59.6 million. Okay, Nick, what is yours?
60.7 million.
You guys are both over.
Are you
Really?
for real? Wow.
He's making 46.8 million.
That ain't even that bad.
Yeah. Well, the man he is. I don't know.
So I'll pick a different one. We'll go.
Are we flipping again, or am I going first?
We'll flip it again.
Okay.
Until we get someone who wins. It doesn't
Okay.
both go
Keep it on the
over.
table this time.
That was not
Oh,
a
no,
flip.
we
We
called
flipped
it.
that.
Nobody called
Nobody
it.
called it. Yeah. What?
Who's calling it this time?
You want me to go?
Sure.
All right. Tails.
Microphone again.
That's heads.
Is this side like heavier, bro?
Probably,
Like
yeah.
the turf talk has to be heavier because it lands like that every time.
Bro's already falling. All right, let's go.
Who's going first?
Just go. It's you.
It's me.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
I'll tell us. So.
Nick, Kyler Murray. How much is his
Oh,
total
wow.
earnings for this year?
He just got a new contract not that long ago.
Remember, you guys may be safer aiming lower than
I'm gonna go 35.3 million.
35.3. Gabe, what's yours? If you think he went over, you can always say $1 to be safe.
No, I do think it's in the 30s. Not high though. I'm gonna go 30.4.
Okay, remind me of yours.
35 point something.
Okay, you are correct. You're closer, I should say. His total earnings
Okay.
are $41.5 million.
Wow, it's out of the 30s. Okay. All
Okay.
right.
So I'm up 1-0.
Yep. So you move on to round 2 now.
Ooh.
So round
Okay.
2 is stadiums. So I'm gonna give you
What?
I'm gonna give you a stadium, and you need to tell
That's
me
difficult, bro.
the total monetary value of that stadium.
Like
So-
if the owner were to sell it right now, like
Yes.
if Robert Kraft were to sell the Patriots today, what would it go for?
Yes.
Okay.
You're gonna go off the mindset of the Broncos. I'm assuming after what we sold.
So I lied to you. It's the total.
You don't even know.
Total
Depends
construction.
on the stadium.
Total construction costs of the stadium, and
Okay.
How are we
it's
supposed to-
inflation adjusted.
How are we
So
supposed to know that?
It
How
depends
many
on the
does
team, bro. Like
I know.
Well, yeah,
Nobody's
he's gonna
bu-
give you the team.
nobody's
You're not gonna
buying,
just
though.
guess off of a random.
Yeah, you're not.
He's not
No,
gonna
I-
say
no, I-
building.
no, I'm not like
Oh, I was
I'm
gonna say,
saying like it depends on who he get. Like if he gives me the Chiefs or if he gives me the Browns, it's gonna be two totally different.
Yeah.
Okay, Nick.
thing you're going
Mercedes-Benz Stadium.
Oh my god.
The Superdome or like Falcons.
Mercedes-Benz Stadium.
Well, is it the Superdome
Yeah.
or the?
Hold on.
Superdome is
a different one.
Saints.
I'll give you a different one.
No, you can go. Just look up which one you're referring to.
The stadium is the Falcons.
It's the Falcons.
So if you're gonna say stadiums, I'll go
Yeah,
Falcons.
it's gonna be stadiums. It won't be.
Okay,
the
so I'll go
it's gonna be
Falcons.
stadium. That's Falcons.
That's huge. That's brand new almost. In terms of construction.
They just hosted a Super Bowl not too long ago, didn't
And
they?
the NCAA championship.
Yeah.
College football.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking of.
Yeah. Wow, I'm glad I didn't go first.
Oh man.
We're talking billions for this.
Yeah. I'm gonna go
Yep.
6.5 billion.
overshot it by a lot.
Really?
It's $2.27 billion.
So am I out for good?
That's not bad.
Just for this round.
Okay, yeah, that's what I thought.
And Nick didn't progress because he got it wrong.
Yeah.
Do I lose my original point, or does it just stay?
You keep it. Because the second one will be worth 2 points if you got that right, and then you move on to another one that's worth 3 if you get it right.
Okay, so it's
but the first round between you two is only worth 1.
Okay.
Okay, so both you guys, we'll let Gabe go first this time because you went first last time.
Fair enough.
Okay, Gabe. How much do you think Jordan Love makes in a single year?
Shoot, he was just paid last year as the highest quarterback. I'm gonna go $51 million a year.
Okay, Nick.
I'm gonna go 50,999,999.
Wait, would I have your guess?
Yeah.
That's wild. I'm in your brain again. Or you're.
So you went $1 less than he went.
Yep.
Gabe, you are right.
Ooh.
He made $81.5 million.
Whoa! Oh my God!
A year?
81
in 1 year.
No way.
The man himself, Jordan Love, is making that much money a year. Holy shit!
His salary was $79 million. That includes bonuses, and he had $2.5 million of endorsements.
That's robbery. I ain't even gonna lie.
That's
I feel really good about Russell Wilson right now.
Okay, Gabe, you get a point. Update the score.
I'm almost scared to move on.
Okay,
what's next? The house of the player's house?
I'm
the price of the player's
you have another stadium.
How much is the stuff the guys robbed from Joe Burrow's house?
All right, so stadiums. Let's get this.
Stadium. Okay,
we got this.
Give me SoFi Stadium.
Oh my
God!
What is the total construction cost of SoFi Stadium?
Can I ask you a question?
Mm-hmm.
What did Nick guess for?
I guess $7 billion.
$7 billion.
And you said you overshot that by a lot.
You overshot that.
And the
by
answer was like
$5
$2 billion or something.
Yeah, but the answer to his was $2.27 billion.
3.2. Bill.
Too far away.
Jeez.
It's $6.75 billion. SoFi Stadium.
So that was I would have been like,
more. I was too scared to say 7. Like I wanted to say for.
I'll give you guys a hint for the future. SoFi Stadium was the most expensive stadium.
Okay, so now we have a range. Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
So we have a little bit of a range.
So it's tied 1-1.
Mercedes-Benz Stadium is. I won't give that away, but it's not the cheapest stadium. I'll throw that out there.
Yeah, but we have a range now to go off of.
Yeah.
Okay, back to square one. We are. What's the score?
1-1.
1-1. Okay, Nick.
Yes,
How did
sir.
Gino end up over here?
He fell on the floor early.
I'm sorry.
Gino Smith spawned in.
Following you.
Trying to get that card out of my hands.
You talk about him every week.
Okay, Nick. How much money does Matthew Stafford get paid yearly?
His new contract?
It's not disclosed, so good luck.
I'm assuming he went off the one he already had.
Similar, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So
they had to up it. No, I'm not helping you.
Deshaun Watson was 46. I think Stafford's lower. I'm going to go 39.2.
Okay. Gabe?
No, because he wanted 43 a year, so I'll one up him. I'll go 40.
Nick, you hit it on the head.
39.
Wow.
39.
That number was in my head.
Good shit, Nick.
$39.5 million.
So
wow.
They lowballed him a lot then because he wanted 43. Something like that, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Where else are you going to go? New York?
Wow. So 2-1.
2-1. And I had the opportunity to...
Good luck with the stadium.
I'm not going to get it, but I have the opportunity.
Okay.
Okay.
Nick. What is the worth of AT&T Stadium? Total
Dallas.
construction cost.
$8 billion.
No.
No, I'm just kidding.
No. That what?
He said the other one was the most expensive.
That's
why would I
that's
say?
That's why I'm saying that should be wrong.
Give me what's your real guess?
My real guess?
9.
$10 billion.
$10 billion.
Is that inflation adjusted?
No. I'm going to go 5 billion.
5 flat?
5 flat.
Too far away. 1.7 billion. It's a cheaper one.
That's it?
That's what I'm saying. It's
for
weird.
the Cowboys.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they're like the first one to like start implementing like 3D models and shit and like the electric.
I mean, AT&T Stadium sucks. Don't get me wrong, but
it's
it's America's team.
I mean, yeah, it is. Yeah.
Well, Jerry Jones got to put the curtains down.
So I still got life.
2-1.
Yeah. You guys got.
How many questions in total are there?
Enough until I feel like it's fair. I have plenty.
What does that mean?
There's
Enough until Gabe's in the league.
There's 5 rounds.
Don't say that.
Do
not say that.
5 rounds.
5 rounds.
Until I run out of stadiums. Because that's what's going to run
Yeah,
out.
We have 32 rounds.
No, we have 31.
No,
We have 30.
Because the Giants and Jets share. And
I only calculated the price of 5 stadiums. So I only have 5 rounds.
okay.
So far,
okay.
we've gone through 3 of them. So we have 2 more left.
Okay.
That was a very long answer to a simple question.
Yeah.
Okay, next up, Gabe.
Mm-hmm.
How much money did Dak Prescott get paid in 1 year?
We went over this on the pod
When?
when he got the contract.
That was like 6 weeks ago.
It was a month and a half.
Memorize it.
Yeah, 6
Memorize
weeks
it.
ago.
You got to know this.
Okay. Do we know where he ranked among others? I want to. Oh, highest. Yeah, that was the first. That was opening week. What are you talking about, Nick?
That was said on the pod. You said 6 weeks.
That was 20 weeks ago, though. If we want to get legit. Shit.
Ask Peyton. Maybe he'll help you. Phone a friend.
Peyton, what are you thinking?
$1.
We're gonna go with 52 mil. He's probably making like 86.
Well, after
Oh wait, I forgot to account for Jordan Love too. He was before Dak.
so I'm just gonna go 65. I'm gonna try to play it safe.
You are technically closer.
Yeah,
Okay.
You guys
Yeah.
are both astonishingly
Yeah.
far away, but it's 100.3 million.
What? I thought it was
He's
gonna be
the
like
highest
70,
paid
80.
Yeah,
player.
we're worried about what
I thought
Social
it was
Security's
gonna
are
be like
paying money
70,
to. We need to stop paying Dak Prescott.
That's what I'm saying. Bro, if they got rid of his contract, how much better would AT&T Stadium be? How much more value would it have if you didn't have to pay Dak Prescott?
Okay, Nick.
I don't think you heard what I said.
I wasn't. I didn't.
Did
I
you
was
hear what I
talking
said?
over you.
What?
Something about injuries.
Nope, didn't say that.
Really?
I guess you'll catch it when you're editing
I
or
can't
listen
hear.
to it later on.
Nick, how much was the total construction cost of MetLife Stadium?
$2.
That's
all it's
stadium.
worth.
You have to get within $1 billion.
Within $1 billion.
Within $1 billion.
Well, I did not know
On to the next
that.
round.
Why are you coming up with rules after
Why are
I've
you
already
no,
answered?
no, why are you
three of
helping
them?
him?
I said no. You have to be within $1 billion of the price range to move on to the next round. You guys have
Oh,
always
okay,
been
okay.
further. It's been the same since round 1.
I can already tell you what it is.
Give me $3 million flat.
3 mil.
Well, you did advance to the next round, so you get 2 points. It is $2.3 billion for MetLife Stadium.
I feel.
I'm taking it. I'm taking
I
it.
feel gypped. Can we do some
Womp
math?
womp. Big whop.
Pig wop.
Next round, baby.
Next up, we move to most valuable NFL teams. So now I'm going to give you an NFL team, and you got to tell me the value of that team. This
Okay.
includes everything. Everything. Okay. The Miami Dolphins.
Oh my God. Stephen Ross, bro.
That's rough.
Give me $9 billion.
$9 billion. Honestly, you were closer than I thought, but unfortunately not within $1 billion. It is
Yeah, I was gonna say,
$6.76 billion.
Nick, the Commanders sold for more than that. So their worth is no way it's that
The
much.
Dolphins are terrible. The Dolphins have been terrible for a long time, just like the Commanders.
Exactly.
You
I
would
would've
have
thought
went
you
higher.
Yeah, you went
You
higher.
went higher.
You don't even care. You don't even care.
Okay, well,
I'm up 5-1, bro.
back
I'm
to
chilling.
square
5-1? I thought it was 2 points.
it's 2 points for round 2. So the NFL stadiums, you get 2 points.
So wait, what round were we when he got 4
I
points?
got 3 right and 1 point questions, and I got 1 2-point
Yeah.
question right.
I misinterpreted that, so I already lost.
Not necessarily. You could win right here and go through and get up to. You can get 6 points in 1 round.
You could beat me by 2.
Okay, it's not happening, but we'll try it.
Okay.
Bo leave.
Bo knows.
Bo leave. Okay.
I
Marshawn
forgot
Lynch.
I was wearing it.
Remind me whose turn it is to go first.
Well, it depends if you want to keep going with the successor over here.
Well, no. Who went first last round?
I think. I don't even remember.
I'll let Gabe go first.
Should we
'cause you're
flip a
the
coin
underdog.
again?
Okay, Gabe.
Yeah.
How much money did Joe Burrow get paid last year or in a single year? This year, in a year,
He didn't
in his
even know.
current contract.
34.
Okay,
45.
Nick, you are correct. He got paid $69.7 million.
I tried to lowball. There's no way these guys, like, dude, you make me think that the numbers are too high, so I go lower, and it's just way off.
Gotta get some balls and go closer. Nick,
do I up my score?
I gotta get some balls.
You are not
get
done.
some balls.
Yeah, I guess I don't have
not
any.
done. You are not done.
I'm not done. I got stadiums.
I got
He
one
won.
more.
He basically won.
Okay.
He won.
Nick, what is the total construction cost of Allegiant Stadium?
The Raiders.
The Raiders.
The Raiders.
The Raiders.
give
You
me
said that.
$5 billion.
The Raiders are worth about $4.6 billion.
The Raiders are worth nothing. You'd have to pay me to take the stadium.
You're
I'm gonna go
wrong.
$5 billion.
Hey,
You're wrong.
go
I'm wrong?
Raiders.
It's 2.33 billion.
That's
What'd
too
you guess?
much, to be honest. I guess 5.
That's too much. It's in Vegas.
I don't care. It's the Raiders.
Okay, with that being said,
It's the
Nick,
Raiders.
you officially win. However, would you grant Gabe a redemption round
Nah,
of
this guy
when
doesn't
he
grant
answers
shit.
most valuable NFL team? Or give him one of the hardest questions for a chance to earn 5 points?
Depends how giving he's feeling this week.
I'll let him do it. I'll let him do it.
I'll let him do it.
I'll let him do it.
I'll let him do it.
Okay,
All right,
Gabe.
here we go. Here we go.
I might regret it.
If this team sold right now, how much money would the New England Patriots sell for?
My God.
Does he have to get it within $1 billion? Is that the rule?
He has to get it within $1 billion.
$5.8.
Nope.
Why'd you edge me?
Because I was thinking.
I got nervous
The
there
New,
for a second.
the New
That's
England
not-
Patriots would sell for $7.31 billion right
I was
now.
there. I was right there. Give me one more.
Uh-uh.
I'll give you one more for the hell of it, not to win though.
Yeah.
You lost your redemption.
Yeah.
If the Dallas Cowboys sold right now, how much would they sell for?
$2 and a hug.
From Jerry Jones. No thanks.
Yeah. I'm gonna go. Wow, I'm just making my look worse. 6.9.
No. 10.32
Close.
You said
billion.
close enough. Close enough.
Just kidding.
10.32 billion.
Jeez.
They are the most valuable team.
Man, keep that shit. I don't want it.
That's what I'm saying.
10.32.
I'll go
bill?
buy. I'll go rebuild my own team, bro. I'm
Yeah,
gonna build. I'm gonna get the
The Miramar
the-
Smiths.
Miramar Smith.
I
That's
couldn't remember
wild.
the city, bro.
Well, that was interesting. I guess I can't do the prices right either. I just suck at every game show there is.
Don't worry, me and you are both losers today.
Does
Gabe.
this mean
Nick is the ultimate winner.
I am on a winning streak?
What you've been on it? What do you mean?
I won both games last week. I'm winning again this week.
Don't toot your own horn now.
So nerf Nick.
Toot toot.
I need to do the outro. That was crazy. I can't give you any more time to do more dumb shit. Did you? I wish the viewers or the listeners could hear. Wow.
I think they can hear.
I'll
I
give
don't
it a
think
sound
they
effect.
They can hear it, either they can't see it. But with that, that is all we have for this week's episode. I said it last week. I'm going to say it again. If any football-oriented or any organizations who love football like we do want to work with us, like I said, reach us at our email. Dom will have it on the graphic on the YouTube version so you can see it. If not, it's gabedowdpodcast@gmail.com. Reach out to us. That's the best way to reach out to three of us for us to actually see it and get back to you in a professional manner. And with that, that is all we have for this week's episode. We will see you next week for episode 21. So join the huddle and join the talk with the Turf Talk Podcast.